We're back. We're back. Oh my God. So we were going to record this all in one episode. You can see we're wearing the same clothes as another thing we've released at some point now, because we opened up with I opened up guns a-blazing, for lack of a better term.
No pun intended. Pun intended.
On gun violence, and specifically on this last school shooting in Nashville. I was so outraged by that I felt like it'd be inauthentic of me to address it, and in true authentic nature, I took 25 minutes to talk about it. Unplanned.
Sometimes it'd be like that, you know what I'm saying?
So I do apologize, but we're gonna actually start this off right with some predetermined topics here.
Also with our new theme song.
Well, not yet. We kind of already started with the old one, but there is a new theme song in the works. It's gonna sound similar, but it's gonna be better. You guys will see that. The next episode will have the new theme song. Okay, so get with it. All right. This is episode 29. We're here as a family to discuss some very important stuff, current events. This is, as you know, a current events podcast, a sketch podcast, an improvised podcast, where we do characters, where we do songs, where we make raps, where we jump out of windows. This is a slapstick humor fest. We do it all.
I jump out the window every day to stay fresh.
Stay fresh. Subway. Eat fresh. Jared.
Fuck Subway and anyone that ever worked at the Subway. I hope you all get AIDS. Fucking smokes.
Wow. We love Subway.
And I hope you fucking die. I hope you live forever and it's painful.
No. Oh, I forgot you have beef with Subway. Yeah, that's right. I did forget that. Well, you're going to be able to bring that up later in an article I have to pull up. I think you're going to have a lot to say about. So let's go ahead and rush through this early portion, which is the biggest chunk of what we have to talk about. Let's get through it. Let's and then we'll get to the shit I know you're gonna have a lot to say about. I'm very excited. Very excited. Okay. So up first, I wanted to discuss something that's on my mind constantly. Something that I just can't seem to escape from, whether it's memes, whether it's just on my feed, on everything ever. I can't escape it. Therefore, it plagues me. It haunts me constantly, and that is artificial intelligence in its every manifestation. You can see the document on screen, Lorenzo, right? So you see up at the top, underneath non-disclosure legal shit, I have several bullet points on a few different types of AI technology that's in development to compete with the entertainment industry. So up at the top, I have listed artificial intelligence as relates to voice impersonations, voiceover capability. Lately, and as of the last podcast, not the one we did at the top of this that we had to separate, but as of episode 28, we talked a little bit about the presidential memes, like the presidents all come together playing games and shit.
I was that shit earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, that quality we watched was so poor.
It was so... The examples I pulled up were so bad, I did not do it justice. So I took some time to find videos that I have seen before and have verified to be like the scary ones. And this one I'm about to show you is the first case where my jaw was like on the ground for the first 15 minutes of this video, because I was like, how did they accomplish this shit? This shit was so real. And I remember because I was just like looking for videos, scrolling through my YouTube feed. I clicked on this. It has nothing to do with Joe Biden whatsoever. This is a video about how Conan O'Brien had the Tonight Show taken from him by Jay Leno, and then he basically got a deal with TBS after that. But he's always been in his feelings about how Jay Leno stole the Tonight Show out from under him after retiring and then coming out of retirement, right? So this is something that I like to watch when like new information about it comes out, or when people have their own takes on it, because it's just a funny little entertainment, like trivia type thing for me. But it's totally narrated by a certain someone who we'll see in this video. I'm so excited to share with you guys because I was just shocked. Really, I tell you, I was completely and utterly floored. So you can see at the beginning, this is a video by, hold on, let me turn this shit up.
The only thing I do know about Conan O'Brien.
Video by Styrofoam Bonfire. 28,000 subscribers. This video has 324,000 views. I think in no small part due to who it's narrated by. Because a lot of people know about this. This is very exceptionally edited, but the narration is easily the star of this.
You can do anything you want in life.
So again, I gave you the preface for the video, what it's about. It's about how Jay Leno takes the Tonight Show back.
The Howard Stern Show.
Damn, Conan
Number
hardly had
one
it.
sign that someone's going through a rough time usually is they grow a beard.
Can you hear the video, Lorenzo?
Thinking, but suddenly, and I'm not a guy that has like tons of testosterone. I had a beard overnight.
All right, here we go.
Here's the deal.
Listen
I
to
got
this.
a big old story to tell you folks about the time Mr. Conan O'Brien got all kinds of mixed up with Mr. Jay Leno. So round up the little tykes and get in here and sit down. Hey, straighten up and settle in, folks. Don't make me come over there. Kick you in the shins, little rascal. Our story today is a good old-fashioned battle.
It's just, it sounds exactly like Joe Biden. This shit sounds exactly like it's got the speech pattern. It's got the ups and downs, the hills and valleys of his voice.
I'm like, yo.
He just sounds like he's talking. Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, just making sure because we've had volume issues in the past. But I mean, fucking listen to this, you guys.
Coveted Tonight Show at 11:30 on NBC. And things get real hot and
He's smacking his lips on NBC. And things, like it's fucking crazy.
Get it precise. Is it like the audio quality that you upload or something?
I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. All I know is it's getting pretty indistinguishable. Like if you just heard this over the if this was presented to you as a phone call he was having with someone, and then somebody put like a phone filter over it to make it sound like there's some kind of interference, or I mean, who's to say that he didn't say this? Who's going to contest that? How do you dig deeper than that? Okay, then you have to get into like producing phone records and proving that the communication came from a certain point and was received at a certain point at a certain date and time, right?
I was just thinking about that shit because I'm like, you call a place, you forgot your password or some shit or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, what's this? Your emergency password or some shit. And you're like, is it this? Because it's some shit you made like fucking forever ago. It was like, what was your favorite movie or some shit? And now you're like, I don't fucking know what my favorite movie was then. You know how much shit's come out and I don't know when the fuck it came out. Like,
yeah,
my favorite movie changed and I didn't change that fucking password. So,
no,
I
for real.
don't know.
It's so insane to me. It's just like, listen to this.
Harry when Mr. Conan O'Brien sets his sights.
You can hear there's a
taking
little bit
Jay
of like
Leno's job.
there's a little bit of like an auto-tune element. The way shit sounds. Sorry, I'm like skipping around trying to find.
Mr. Jay Leno was still number one.
So you can see this is like the wave
Mr.
file. This I analyzed it before, right? This is exactly what it looks like. This is the waveform of the voice that's speaking. So it's been able to create on like a very technical level the exact waveform that is representative of Joe Biden's voice. as he expresses words in a very particular manner. So if you took a side by side of, if he were to read this, I'm not saying he's reading this string of words in this exact order, but what this AI, I'm assuming, is doing is taking all, like a combination of all the words he's ever said and sort of reorganizing them, and also taking into account the tone of voice he'd be using, emphasizing words in certain ways, given how they're paired with one another. It's really astoundingly insane.
Conan O'Brien Tonight
This
Show.
shit is
But
pretty fucking impressive.
Mr.
'cause
Jay
think
Leno
people
never
do this shit,
wanted
and it's like
to
random
retire.
clips, like a fucking digital, fucking serial killer magazine cutout type shit. You know
Oh
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like, this is the next level of that.
No, I don't want to retire.
I mean, Mr. Jay Leno was still number one in the ratings, and he'd been number one basically his whole time doing Tonight Show. So, a simple fact of the matter is, Jay has the best job in show business, and he doesn't want to retire.
No, I don't want to retire.
So, Mr. Conan O'Brien, if you're going to step up.
Anyways. God damn it, I hit the wrong screen. It's hilarious. What the fuck do you...
That's pretty. That, and then like the shits he's saying
Yeah.
too. I'm like, yo, what? pretty fucking impressive shit.
It gets better. It gets better and better and better and better and better and better.
Oh hell, how could it get better? Oh,
I just
shit.
think I would love
Okay.
to get ratatouille.
Ratatouille?
Like, have a little guy up there,
Excuse me?
you know, making me cook delicious meals.
No, I understand. I've seen the film.
You wouldn't want that?
I-
A little guy pulling your hair, making you cook?
It's a ridiculous concept.
You're telling me you wouldn't want that?
I just don't know why you're bringing it up as if it's...
For those of you listening, if you don't recognize these voices, you've clearly never been on Spotify a day in your life. It's our Lord and Savior, Joe Rogan,
Fucking done.
with his little ratatouille, Ben Shapiro, talking about the famous Disney 3D animated film, the Pixar film, Ratatouille.
Funny as shit. That man's hilarious.
Who?
Why does he talk like that?
Oh, Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, the AI is certainly doing a great job impersonating him, right? I mean, it's uncanny.
Oh shit, I forgot
Something
it
that
was.
could
This
actually
isn't them
happen.
You
talking.
wouldn't want a little ratatouille guy up there doing whatever?
It's honestly insane that a rat would even be able to cook in the first place.
He doesn't have to be cooking.
In the movie, he's cooking.
Yeah, but in this scenario, though, he could do other stuff.
Yes, but you...
With Joe, you can kind of detect, because his voice is fluctuating a whole lot, you can kind of detect it's fake, because he's too flat.
Yeah.
He's never been that high where he's talking in like the same tone of voice the whole time.
Yeah.
But I think Ben's
but
is
Benny
pretty
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Right?
With Joe's, like, I was like, it's a little off, but with Benny Boy, yeah.
This is crazy. This is just, I don't know. I can sit and listen to this all day just because I'm in
You called it
disbelief.
getting ratatouille. I mean, the movie
is
is about cooking.
entertaining.
Why call it getting ratatouille if the rat isn't even going to be making you cook? I don't need a rat to help me cook.
You're hung up on the cooking thing.
You were the one who referenced food.
Forget what I said.
You called it getting ratatouille,
Oh
which
my
is a
God.
reference to cooking in the first place.
Forget what I said. Ratatouille is just the frame of reference. Like, you can get ratatouilled into doing other stuff.
Anyways, it's fucking.
What the fuck is he?
It's just a
talking
meme,
about?
you know. It's people just having them talk about bullshit for the sake of
I
it.
low key send me that link. I'll know it's in the document.
It's in, yeah. You already have the link.
No, I'm gonna
This
watch
one was
that
by
later.
Zach Silberberg. So thank you to them.
Hey, yo, good look, Zach. Hit us up. Hop on
Good
the
luck,
hop on the
Zach.
podcast.
Hey man, yeah. Please hop on the podcast in your dreams.
Does it tell people when we're flagged? Does it tell people that we use this stuff?
Yeah, but these people, they don't have advocacy like a giant media conglomerate does. This is an individual's work. So if he found our video watching his video, he could take action against us if he felt we were in breach of using his content without transforming it, without using it in some transformative way that we're altering it and not just like bootlegging it essentially. which
That's
we are
why we
doing
always
by commenting on it.
Disclosure.
We're pausing it frequently. We're commenting over it, so this is not something you have to worry about. Someone else's material. Now, if we were taking like a song with hundreds of millions of plays that's got money behind it, and that money also has hundreds of thousands of bots online combing through videos, scanning those very waveforms, like we saw of Joe Biden's voice for that specific sound, and it finds it, it will flag our video by default. Like I said, this guy could flag our video, and we can contest it same as anything else. But what causes that to happen is the resources. Yeah, not everybody has those types of resources.
This is friends, not food. Hop on
Exactly. So let's go.
I don't even know what that means.
Let's get to our next link. I have one more. I think you'll enjoy this. This is another Joe Rogan.
Kratos, you've gone through a lot in your life, from being a Spartan warrior to defeating gods and titans. Can you take us back to the beginning and tell us about your journey?
Yes, I was once a captain in the Spartan army until I was tricked by the gods into killing my own family. I was consumed.
So if you've never played God of War, this might not mean anything to you. I don't even play PlayStation, and I know what Kratos sounds like. That's like...
Is he only God of War?
Yeah. That's the game.
I meant, is he only... Is God of War only PlayStation?
Yeah. It's PlayStation exclusive.
I played for the PSP. I think I have this Soul Calibur game for the PSP, and I think he's in it. I might be wrong. I might be making that up. I don't know.
He's in a lot. He's in PlayStation All-Stars, but yeah, he's a PlayStation property, right? So I mean, anyways, I'm only saying that because I'm wearing an Xbox shirt as we speak. So yikes.
I'm done, yo.
But I mean, that's it. That's his voice. I forget what the guy's name is. The dude who plays him, the black dude with the awesome hair. But
I didn't even know all
with
that.
Rage and guilt, and I sought revenge against the gods, which led me on a journey to become the god of war.
So you're a professional god killer. What is it like to be that powerful?
Power is a double-edged sword.
So I picked this as an example of, okay, so we were looking at news pundits and politicians, right? And here's Joe Rogan again. Sure, you're thinking to yourself, well, yeah, of course, there's hundreds, if not thousands of hours of audio of them speaking on end, because that's what they do for a living. Mm-hmm. Here's this voice actor with very limited, like
he only
property out there. He only puts out so much, right? For however much he's getting paid for each and every gig. He's only got so many gigs that he's been on, So, but who's to say AI can't be trained to impersonate this person's specific voice for this specific character enough that it passes, that it gets to this point where, I mean, I think it's doing a pretty great job.
And then
well, go ahead.
Because Joe's been doing a whole bunch of shit for a long time, so maybe it's a little hard. Maybe it's searching too wide, and that's why it can't narrow down to a current Joe.
That could be. I think it's a combination of you choose the style of how you want the person to speak, so it searches for that. So I think the search is, for this video at least, I think it was narrowed around like him in a confined space, like not like announcer Joe Rogan at a boxing match or like an MMA fight. This is the podcast. I'm sure it analyzed only podcast clips, but like I get what you're saying. Like there's been such a wide array of emotions and tones. Yeah, exactly. It's a broad spectrum of a person's voice. It's been captured over thousands of hours. But what I'm using Kratos as an example of is that voice acting is no longer this niche, inattainable thing that's impossible to recreate by more than, I don't know, like a handful of people. Now you can take a computer with this technology and essentially just recreate it on a whim and have it say whatever you want based on however many syllables the voice actor has offered over their career. I mean, how crazy is that? So, I mean, like, there's this big discussion of, like, music artists who are dead bringing their voices back to make music with their existing work, making new songs.
Please don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, what's to stop SpongeBob, from airing after, like, Tom Kenny or, like, Roger Bumpus dies, but they'll still, what if they sign the rights to their voiceover or as part of their contract so that the company can keep producing the show with the same iconic voices? It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild, but we'll move on from this. I just wanted to use specifically a voice acted character as an example because I thought that is
pretty, because it was still spot on like that.
It's still spot on, and now we're talking about like somebody's real money at stake, like an actual job is at stake here, right?
Actuals.
So now we're moving on from voices to deepfakes. And deepfakes, if you don't know, are like facial recognition technology that allows for basically a person's face to be placed over another person's, so that it's almost like a mask that somebody's able to wear to embody another person. So this is somebody as Tom Cruise here. I'll go ahead and enlarge it.
Oh, it's it's a little embarrassing, It reminds me, it was once in Russia, I ran into Gorbachev.
So zoomed out, I'd say far away with this one. And by the way, this is from 2 years ago, so it's not going to be perfect, but you can kind of tell that there's some, like, that almost weird uncanny valley green screen effect going on with, like, the shades are a little off, like the size of his face doesn't quite match the size of his head, whatever. But as we get closer, you'll start to see that change a little bit.
Mr. Movie Star, are you nervous? I said, no, Mr. Gorbachev, I'm not nervous, I know. He goes, well, remember how much a polar bear weighs? I said, polar bear? He said, enough to break the ice. It's the last time I've ever seen Macau Gorbachev.
Man, I feel like the closer you get to the face, the better it's able to convey, all the contours and everything. Yeah, and this is based on like billions of like still images from videos. So like each individual frame of every video of this person that exists, this technology is analyzing. It's not just photos. It's taking videos on like a molecular level and recreating faces based on individual frames. That's why it's able to do it so effectively. Because you take every expression and every available still photo from a moving picture, I mean, you essentially have somebody's every expression ever, I would think. Especially,
I think of an expression people have never seen me do on camera and like never do it. So they never do it. Keep it to yourself. That'll be like some scarcity type shit. You could sell your own expressions someday that no one's ever seen. Oh shit, boy!
So that they could recreate them.
Do the fucking AIs of me and Christian, if them shits don't look good, I'm popping up. And you don't want me to pop up, son.
No,
Christian's popping up too.
Here's another one. Sorry if you heard the Peter Griffin laugh. That's later.
I love it. More for the audio experience.
Look at this.
You guys cool if I play some sports? TikTok.
Outside. Even with like the outdoor lighting, it still has like the light on his forehead and stuff.
I love it. More for the audio experience.
It's wild.
as much as the momentum.
And he can put on glasses and take glasses off, and it doesn't really
Listen up, sports and
have any
TikTok
bearing
fans.
over it.
If you like what you're seeing, then just wait till what's coming next.
You know something I just thought of?
What?
Someone's gonna use this to do blackface soon enough.
Oh, well, yeah, like they're going to pretend to be Morgan Freeman or something with his face on theirs. No, for sure. I mean, absolutely. Definitely. That's what this country's best at. Yeah, just finding creative ways to do blackface.
That's why they created AI.
Yeah, they're in a lab day and night. Johnson, we must find the next revolutionary way to perform minstrel shows. How do we break back into this industry better than ever?
Oh my God! I mean, apparently Mississippi's trying to get back to the good old days.
Mississippi, what's going on in Mississippi?
They're fucking. Apparently, they're wilding. They're basically starting like a Jim Crow laws again.
Oh no!
That's what I've heard. And the shit about it is like the people that need to leave can't afford to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. You know,
what kind of Jim Crow laws?
Yeah. Like apparently it's supposed to be like they're like removing all the laws that protect people and shit. It's supposed to be. That's just what I heard.
How about add that to the next thing? Because I'd love to talk to you about that. I don't know anything about what's going on. Yeah.
Real talk. I should have did that, but I don't know.
No, I just haven't. Like this is the first I'm hearing about that.
Yeah. I ain't hear about it till today.
Okay.
It's all hearsay though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then the thing after this segment I heard about today that I think you'll want to talk about. So I think what I have prepared is probably a good contender for what you're talking about. So you save yours for next time, and we'll chop it up about this. I'm really excited. I know I'm like downplaying what we're talking about now, but I do think that the next thing is going to be pretty spicy. Okay. So anyways, that's Tom Cruise. We can tell that that's him, and we get it. So deep fakes, they're coming. We looked at on the last episode, 28, we looked at the Trump photos. That's where deep fakes are now, that they're actually like tricking people that Trump got arrested in New York, even though he was in Florida. Like he was in a totally different state, but they look realistic enough to like actually fool people, myself included, for 5 seconds.
I bet you Trumpito was high.
Oh, yeah.
Listen here, you all think that I was arrested, but I've never be arrested, and if I was arrested,
it wasn't me. It wasn't me, and you could tell it wasn't me because I wasn't holding a McDouble in each hand. I wasn't going to town on my classic large fry and Diet Coke. I'll be damned if those officers deprived me of my McRun on my McEvening. Taking a stroll on 6th Avenue. So stupid. They really did trick me though. I was pissed. For like 10 seconds, I was like, oh shit, he's getting tackled to the ground.
Get him.
And then you look at the shading, and I'm like, why is there a filter on this? Why is there like the shittiest Instagram filter on this photo of the president? Yeah. So, fun stuff. Okay, next we have AI-generated art. But not the art that we've discussed in the past. We did a whole episode, or part of an episode, on art generating websites where you type in a prompt and it creates on the spot a still image of that prompt, informed by existing artwork online. This is, I believe, more fascinating because this is all animation. So this one is, I used AI to generate this Family Guy scene. So it's going to get a little weird because it's 3D. This isn't 2D, but we're taking into account, now this is the Kratos conversation. Here's the script, totally written by AI. So all the dialogue, totally and completely written by AI. The animation, the 3D models and movements, totally AI. And the voices, all AI. So let's see what this has come up with to create this episode, or sorry, this scene from a Family Guy episode.
A Wetzel Nation production.
Listen to me, Stewie. I know this might sound crazy, but I'm convinced that Michael Jackson is still alive.
So
and
this
he's
is
coming
Brian.
to kidnap you.
Oh, Brian, that's ridiculous. Michael Jackson is dead, and even if he was alive, why would he want to kidnap me?
Because he's a sick, twisted man who has a thing for little boys. I've been doing some research, and I've uncovered some suspicious activity. The Neverland Ranch is still being maintained, even though Michael supposedly died. And there have been reports of a man who looks just like him living in a small town in Iowa.
Okay, Brian. Even if Michael Jackson was alive and wanted to kidnap Stewie, how would he even get into our house?
I don't know, Peter. Maybe he has some kind of secret underground tunnel or something.
So, I mean, like, the pitching of the voices isn't perfect. This is some guy, like you said, like, with, like, gift cards and, you know, different letters, doing this in his grandma's basement or whatever. Take that for what you will. If this person's capable of producing this, what's going to stop a, you know, like a major studio from doing this with some real money and doing it convincingly? You know, that's already possible.
You're so right.
How exciting. Maybe we'll get to meet Bubbles, his pet chimpanzee.
There is no need to worry about Michael Jackson coming to kidnap Stewie.
What are you guys talking about?
I'm trying to convince Stewie that Michael Jackson is still alive.
I think that Chris is the most convincing voice, and I'm sure you'll hear it in a second.
What? Brian, that's crazy. Michael Jackson was a musical genius and a philanthropist.
What? Chris, have you forgotten all the allegations against him?
Those were just allegations. He was never convicted of anything.
Yeah, and O.J. Simpson was...
Anyways, this is like so stupid. Like it's not actually worth watching. It's mainly just a like. It's not even a thought experiment. This is just a product of what this shit is capable of. So
it's a decent start though. So it's like it's definitely entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just it makes me feel a mix of emotions. Part of it makes me feel like freaked out. Part of it makes me feel like sad that I know shit is going to be changing, that shit is never going to be the same as soon as people can like milk this for as much as it's worth. Because you like show business is such that everything happens on a very strict schedule because there's so many bodies involved, so many people having to schedule like everything to happen within like the span of a few hours. Scenes being shot and reshot and over again, and time is money. And if you could just cut out all of that and sit at a computer with like the existing modeled behavior of everything that's ever existed, you can just crank out an infinite amount of products. You don't even have to have writers anymore. You just have the computer, give it a prompt, it writes an entire script. Then you have one or two people go back and watch the 30-minute episode and make a couple tweaks here and there, and that's it. Media's changed forever after that.
Oh fuck!
That's wild.
Neighbors are yelling outside or some shit.
What's going on?
I don't fucking know. I thought I heard somebody yell.
Somebody yell. Okay. Well, we're monitoring this in real time. Breaking news. Somebody yelled outside.
I'm gonna let it be. They're fine.
All right.
Best to mind your business. Mind your business. That's Arnett's hit song.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Mind. Don't take our fucking shit. It's copyrighted.
This one is SpongeBob as an 80s sitcom. I'm sure you've seen this trend on TikTok or on.
I haven't actually.
Whatever. So people take cartoons and they turn them into 80s sitcoms with the artwork generators. So you'll see, like, this is what SpongeBob's house would look like in an 80s sitcom. This is the cover. And let's go ahead and see what some of the characters would look like as well. That's SpongeBob. That's Patrick. You see it, right?
Okay.
It's got the clarinet. It's got a dollar bill. I know we're covering it.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty good. Now that's a tricky example because these are characters that are animated as animals being turned into people, right? So they really could look like anybody if they're holding the right props. But if you haven't seen this, then you'll want to see this one.
Oh my god!
This is the really crazy one that went around.
Okay.
Family Guy. And they got the Family Matters song playing, but watch this. So that's their living room. There's Peter. It's pretty accurate. It's got all the colors. Cleveland, Quagmire. Yeah, all these different scenes. It's just wild. So, like, if you're listening, what's happening is it's a bunch of different still shots of this sitcom of Family Guy with all of the live action representations of the Family Guy characters. I mean, how insane is that?
I was literally just thinking about the fucking Family Matters theme song when you said 80s sitcom, actually. Yeah, that's so fucking wild. Holy shit. Family Matters was my shit. That was my shit.
Anyways.
Damn. Did I do that? That's what I thought when you said that SpongeBob is an 80s sitcom. I was like, no, I could hear SpongeBob saying that shit. Suspenders and shit.
I don't know why the theme is to do the Family Matters song. But here's Futurama. I mean, so, yeah.
Where's Bender?
Bender was in the first one behind him, I think.
Yeah. They didn't introduce him, though. Not as supposed some type
I guess that's Bender. That's pretty good. And he's got the beer and everything.
Right, though.
Fucking wild.
Oh my god.
And it's not just sitcoms, it's like every variation. Like you can do anything. Dark fantasy film.
Ooh.
So I mean, really great.
Damn. The possibilities are endless. No, I actually saw a Dragon Ball Z as an 80s sitcom thing like a few weeks back or so. And I didn't even think nothing of it. Just thought it was like just like some anime shit or something somebody did.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I've ever seen of that. I didn't even know it was like a trend.
No, I think there's a very specific AI generator. I don't know what the name of it is, but there are specific ones that you use for specific products. You know, if you want to plug one thing in and then spit out an 80s sitcom, you use this medium.
It's Venom's sister, Amy.
So anyways, I thought that was all fascinating, and you won't hear me talk about AI for another 10 episodes, I promise.
Until fucking Chat GTP accepts us.
Yeah, until we get accepted to that, and then we're gonna fuck with it.
AI podcast, and you guys won't even know.
Exactly. We're not even gonna. We're gonna be reading word for word everything. We won't do video for that one because I don't want you to see my eyes darting around reading everything, but we will definitely be reading a script written for us. That'll be so great. It'll be so much easier.
God, yo. I'm gonna have to. I got shades. I do got shades. I got them in the car.
Yeah, I got mine too. So we'll just wear sunglasses the whole time for that. I like it.
Yes.
All right. Next up, what the heck? Next up, I wanted to take a break in between. I'm gonna shake it off because the next topic we're gonna talk about is a little serious, but I do think you'll have a lot to say on the matter. But wanted to take a break, and
that works because I think I got something in the oven. I should go get it.
Something in the oven?
I know.
You got a bun in the oven?
I literally might have a bun in the oven, and I'm pregnant. Dun-dun-dun.
Well, go take that shit out of the oven in 2 minutes or less, because I'm pulling this shit up right now for you. I'm doing you a fucking favor here, pulling this up. And you're going to abandon me for some fucking food you should have made an hour ago? What the fuck is going on here? Oh my God. I'm about to pull up this man's Instagram meme that he sent me. Some shit I don't even want to see. How much shit I gave him on the last one? Because he's been spamming me to no end with these Instagram memes. And here I am about to congratulate him again on a job well done, not spamming me to no end on Instagram. I'm gonna watch this stupid fucking meme I don't give a shit about. Yeah, I can't even really hear you, but I know you're objecting. This is insane. I was really about to do something like charitable and good, a gesture of goodwill. And where are you? Nowhere to be found. All I see is a fork. What is Forky from Toy Story here? Sporky, whatever his name was. Is Tony Hale from Toy Story here to sub in for you as you take your pastries out of the oven? You fiend. Here I am trying to do a good thing. This video...
It's your boy, and I'm here. What's up? What's up? It's your boy. I'm gonna eat this bitch just so y'all know. Welcome to the ASMR.
All I was gonna do was show the people this meme you sent me today.
That shit funny as
fuck. It's an act of good faith.
Thank you, good sir, for sharing the memes or love. Sharing is not caring, but
so this is an Instagram reel, I guess. Of a guy encouraging kids to do what now? Say it with me, kids.
If protecting my peace makes me the villain, then bitch, my name is Thanos. Say it with me, kids.
That's for me.
Protecting my peace.
It was the snaps for me. My man's was like the 2 fingers, the snapping, the 2 snaps.
I think we need an instant replay on that one. Of course, there's no volume dial. This shit is loud as fuck. Okay.
If protecting my peace makes me the villain, then bitch, my name is Thanos.
That's the shit for me.
Well, it's a voiceover. I mean, like, I don't even think he said any of that. So he's just...
I wasn't fully sure, but it was funny regardless. The finger shit at the end is what really did it.
This is the one you wanted to send me today. This is the one.
I know, it was funny.
They're not sending their best. They're not sending their best. That's all I say. That's why we're building a wall, because these are the memes that we're getting. We're getting Somebody pretending to snap in the most unrealistic way imaginable. Far from their best. Easily a criminal. Easily a criminal.
I thought that was funny.
You're insane.
I'm sorry that you're so hard to please.
That's fucking crazy. That was supposed to be fun. That was supposed to be
very
lighthearted.
high palette. Listen here, that was high quality. Those little snaps, because he was like, that was funny.
If you're listening, it's just he was tapping his index finger and thumb together
I've ever heard in the entirety
to
of my
snap.
being.
The
No
quote
one
unquote
taps
snap,
like
even
he
though it's a voiceover, even though it's a TikTok.
No one taps like he
Yeah.
taps.
Okay.
I don't even know who he is. If it was fantastic tapping. Guy, if you see this, you tap really well.
The next thing in the document, and the last thing that I think you'll want to talk about if you haven't heard about already, I called it Johnny Majies' Whoopsie Daisy.
What the fuck?
I called it that to throw you off the scent in case you didn't look at it.
And I was like, what the fuck?
In case you didn't look at it.
I saw the word Daisy and I was like, ooh, my baby.
Our boy Jonathan Majies, Kang the Conqueror, is in the news. Not for reprising his long-awaited Marvel villainry, but instead...
I saw what the problem was already.
But instead
I
some...
finally figured out what the problem was. I figured it all out already.
And what was that?
We talked about this yesterday. We talked about this on the last podcast.
Did we?
Yes. Yeah. Problem. The reason that he's in the situation he is now.
Well, that's why I think you'll want to speak on it. We didn't talk about him specifically, but I thought this was very prevalent. I thought this was right in your wheelhouse. So he's being accused of assault. It's not proven, nothing, and this lady has since, recanted. Well, oh my God. You cannot come out the gate with the name calling.
This devil. This foul creature.
Oh, Lord Jesus. This might have been a mistake.
I was surprised when I saw it. I was like, I didn't expect that from him. Because I'm like, was he actually dating her? Or were they like hooking up? It looked like they was dating. And I was really surprised. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Well, let's read a little bit. I haven't read this article yet. So this is released as of yesterday at 2 p.m. I haven't read the article, but I have listened a little bit earlier in the week to what was happening, what was unfolding publicly. At that point, I hadn't known if the other party had been revealed. But I'll say, from what I understand, he's being accused of assault. Not recently, but from some time ago, and these charges are like resurfacing, right? So this article by Vox explains Marvel star faces domestic assault charges and now other allegations spanning years by Asia Romano. Thank you so much. Jonathan Majies, Emmy-nominated... Oh, fuck. This is going to be rough. Emmy-nominated Lovecraft Country and Creed 3 star was arrested Saturday in Manhattan on misdemeanor charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment and reported domestic dispute with his girlfriend. Oh, I guess so it was recently then. From what I understood, it was some time ago, but this seems to be as of Saturday. So this is already spicing up. The charges came as a deep shock to fans of Majies, whose public persona during his rapid rise through Hollywood has purveyed a soft-spoken, sensitive masculinity. Yet the charges may be just the beginning of further allegations about Majies' behavior. After his arrest, two different directors spoke publicly about what one called Majies' emotionally violent / professionally abusive history. And he has contested the allegations that led to the arrest, and so far no further details about any of the alleged abusive incidents have emerged. Still, the news prompted shock across social media and led to a complex array of public reactions to Major's arrest. So it is a shame, I'll say, to think that here's this guy who's like this really strong, solid image of, you know, black men on screen. He's got a wide array of prominent roles in films, TV shows, everything. Like, he's like easily, then I'll go as far as to say he's like the next Denzel Washington, really, this guy. And he's built too.
Actually, it's Denzel.
Denzel
Washington.
Denzel. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I hate this guy, and I hate fucking Denzel too. Fuck off. I'm done. I'm not an advocate anymore. Only white people get to be in Marvel movies. Fuck Sam Jackson.
Oh my God. Hey, yo. It's not the 50s, my guy.
Black people died with Chadwick Boseman now for Marvel movies. There shall be no more.
No. We're going to take over. It's going to be nothing but black people in Marvel movies, and like mad fucking white fans are going to like kill themselves like they did when what's his
Little
name?
Mermaid.
John Boyega was Finn in Star Wars. People were like killing themselves over that
It's so
shit.
great. I love it.
I just want more of that.
I want more of that too, actually. So yeah, let's go ahead and I guess it's okay now. I forgot.
It's okay now.
I forgot about the adverse reaction. No, it's a shame to think that all this hard work and accomplishment is gonna be laid to waste.
We know how Disney does when certain people say certain things that happen to not be true. In the end, we know how they do.
What do you mean?
They act with this. Cause what's his name? Jack Sparrow. What's his name?
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, him. Cause old girl told a lie. They ain't look into it. They just cut my man's out. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe they learned this time. Maybe they didn't.
I mean, it's just as so. I mean, innocent until proven guilty doesn't really apply to Hollywood.
I'd be guilty till proven innocent everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it matters who you are, maybe.
Well, it's gonna be even tougher for this guy because he's black.
Indeed.
On top of everything, he's black while being accused.
And then, like, most of his characters are like violent characters too. They're great characters, but they're violent characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he's got some heroes too. I mean, he's played war heroes and shit. Like, he was a pilot in a recent movie.
I only know 2 of his movies for real.
He's the protagonist of the Western movie with Idris Elba and Regina King and all them. You remember that one?
Oh, he was in what's it called?
You remember with the train robbery and all that?
Yeah, he was in that.
Mm-hmm. He was the main guy in that.
For real?
He was the main guy in that. Yep. It was him and Zazie Beetz were the.
Ah,
remember?
Shit. Damn.
He's in everything now. He's like a major movie star, right?
Oh shit! So I've seen 3 things he's been in.
So I mean,
I know I like him. I just ain't, you know what I'm saying. I just ain't seen too much stuff.
We know how it goes though, and it's a shame. Majors had a truly storied run leading up to this weekend. A lifelong Army brat. He spent his childhood hopping across the country between various military bases with his family. Rough adolescence. Credits theater for pulling him out of his rut. I went to the University of North Carolina School of the Arts, and while he was there, finally quickly found his way into the industry and won critical acclaim for 2019's Last Black Man in San Francisco. His career has been constantly on the ascent. Until the morning of March 25th, when he allegedly, him and his girlfriend broke into a fight in a taxi as they returned from a night out in Brooklyn. So yeah, this is Saturday. Damn, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Shaking my head.
No, man.
Can't have fun on Saturday night. Can't have a good time. They don't want to see you have a good time.
Let's see here. A statement released Sunday by Majies' attorney asserts that Majies is the victim, claiming not only that the woman has since recanted her accusations in 2 written statements, but that video footage and other witness testimony will support Majies. The statement further claimed that Majies' girlfriend was in the middle of an emotional crisis at the time of the incident, after which she was hospitalized. So, I mean, take all that for what you will. It's coming from his lawyer. It's his legal team running damage control. But, I mean, let's wait for the video. Let's wait for these written statements, right?
I already look, son. I saw one picture and I know everything I need to know. Okay.
You saw one picture.
If a motherfucker has a goddamn emotional breakdown, I already know they're in the wrong. That sounds fucked up to say, but I know what I know, goddamn it. And until you can prove me fucking otherwise, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? At me, bitch.
You saw one picture. Was it this picture?
I saw one picture. That one right there. That's all I needed.
Is it this picture?
That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I didn't need no notes. Didn't need no notes.
That's too good. You're so
there you go.
Funny.
The devil on his shoulder. Yep, don't the devil be on your left shoulder? With the little angel and the devil on your left shoulder. Yeah.
You're hilarious.
Hey, let's go out so I can fuck your life up. Yep, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
You're fucking
right there.
I knew you'd have a lot to contribute to this. If you're listening, I pulled up a picture of him and his girlfriend, and you can guess what color she is.
His fucking kidnapper. The fucking succubus.
You can guess what race she is and why Lorenzo's so passionate about this. I love this comment here. She's not even cute.
Factuals. She looks like a fucking broom.
She's white. That's all that matters to this sect. Okay.
She's blonde. Her hair looks dirty. She looks like a twig. She looks anorexic. Like she looks like she might do a little bit of a certain type of soda that's not Pepsi.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit. Yeah.
So maybe a little bit. I could go in on her more. I'm not done. I'm not done. Finish her. Oh, shit.
The confusion surrounding these allegations might be just the beginning. Shortly after the news of Majies' arrest broke, social media began buzzing with anecdotal reports that Majies, who received a master's in drama from Yale, had a long, well-known history of abusive behavior in both the Yale and New York theater scenes. Social media users recalled a since-deleted tweet made in February by the filmmaker and director's assistant, A.B. Allen. There's a particular actor, relatively new on the scene, who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, Allen wrote, who in actuality is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being, both professionally and in his personal life, and every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane. So that's one filmmaker's opinion of him, since deleted. After the news broke about Majies, Allen appeared to confirm, again in a since deleted tweet, that the earlier tweet referred to Majies. Allen then clarified that they had known Majies to be emotionally violent / professionally abusive, but not physically violent. So there we go.
I mean, is this like firsthand experience, or is this like?
It seems to be working in an interpersonal, professional way on some type of set.
I need video evidence. I need to see, because some people, they be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, he told me shut the fuck up once.
It sounds like this guy is a bone to pick with Jonathan Majies, right? Because they probably had a good little shouting match or two on a set. Yeah. But now
and he ain't like that somebody stood up to him. He thought he could walk over everybody. It's like, nah, bitch, you walk on eggshells when I'm around. I'm fucking Legos when I'm near. I'm jagged fucking rusty nails. Don't try to walk on me because you're gonna get tetanus, bitch.
No, definitely. And it seems like this guy's a little vindictive now, coming out. Like I said, he deleted this tweet where he says that his earlier one where he describes him as like vicious, cruel, and abusive. He confirmed that he was talking about Jonathan Majies, but he deleted that tweet, and then he went on to say he's not physically violent. So he's basically all but saying that this person's capable of unspeakable things, but he's never been physical. No evidence of him being physical. So I mean, like, that's pretty much all you need to know that this filmmaker's just a little bitch, basically.
I wonder if he matched the hue, if you will, of the background of a blank Microsoft Word page. If he matched a blank Microsoft Word page,
let's look this guy up.
Would you know what I'm saying? Would he be thought different?
That's him. That's the guy saying he's abusive. So
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about John.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying if John looked like a blank Microsoft Word page, would old dude be saying different stuff? You know what I'm saying?
No, I thought you were asserting that this
he looks
filmmaker,
like a lame Anderson. He looks like a combination of
Anderson.
He looks like a lame Anderson Paak and Blippi. You know who Blippi? Yeah.
Why do you know who Blippi is?
Do you know who Blippi is?
Yeah, it's like a kid's YouTube thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a video of that guy shitting on another person. Like, just straight up diarrhea-ing on somebody.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yo.
You know that?
Hey, once you get in that kids show money.
No, it was before. It was before.
Oh, fuck. He wasn't shitting on a kid, though. He's all right.
No.
Hey, we don't kink shame here.
Like, he used to have... This guy used to have, like, an edgy YouTube channel where they would do, like, edgy pranks and things and sketches. And one of the sketches they did was, it was during the Harlem Shake craze. I don't know why I still have this shit on the screen. I'm not even talking about it anymore.
It was consensual shitting, right?
So yeah, it was
all right.
Harlem Shake video. They're in a bathroom dancing the lead up. You know, fully clothed, everything. And then when the beat drops, then all of a sudden they're completely naked. It's two guys. And as soon as the beat drops, it's Blippi on top of a toilet, like with his ass pointed, like he's on top of a toilet with his hands on like the back part, and his knees and shit are on the bowl, and his ass is pointed at the ground at a guy who's upside down, totally naked on the ground, basically receiving a very healthy dose of this guy's shit.
Let me tell you something.
And it's just straight up shit. It's just, I don't know if it was...
It'll be a long time. You'd have to fucking put all our podcasts together in order, all fucking 29 of these bitches, 20, what are we on, 28, 29? All 29 of these bitches, back to back to back to back to back, and multiply that shit by like 1,000. And if you get through that shit, also including every time we post some new shit, you have to go in the loop. And if you get through that shit, then after you pay me a very handsome, Squidward handsome amount of money, only then would I even be near some shit like that. Yeah, that is.
I'm telling you, it happened. I'd be more than happy to send you the video. I was watching.
I still got to eat my pastry.
I was watching the H3 podcast, and they were talking about how their kid watches that guy, and then somebody, I guess on the crew or somebody mentioned that that video exists, and then they discovered it live on air, and it was very
It's
very fascinating to listen to.
Let Blippy cook. Just because he likes to shit on people in his spare time, he's doing the kids show thing. He's, you know what I'm saying, let him cook. He's
And I
doing his thing.
analyzed this piece of footage myself, and I must say I can't really tell if it's like chocolate sauce or the real deal. I honestly can't, but it is disgusting one way or the other, and it is the same person, which is all the more disturbing that they're like a prominent kids figure, even if it's a joke or not, even if both parties are consenting or not. It's still disturbing to think that this is like
he does in his spare time. We don't kink
yeah, but you
shame
don't.
here.
You don't get to record that and then do like
And then go for my fucking kids.
right. There's like two separate entertainment industries.
But
know.
like, look, it's like that. You gotta think about it though. Most actors and shit nowadays, they used to be on Disney Channel, and now they're like out here doing other shit or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's different. On Disney Channel, you're not shitting on someone in a bathroom on video.
On nobody in the he not shitting on people as Blippy. He's shitting on people as
well, I guess hold on. I see what you're saying, but I'm saying this is the reverse order of that. The order of operations are such that that shit would need to happen after Disney Channel. That shit would need to happen after Blippy, right? Blippy could go on to some critically acclaimed role where he's getting fucked in the ass, and you know, he's got a ball gag in his mouth and he's tied up. He could do that after.
I feel like
post Blippy fame, but I don't think you enter the scene coming with like a catalog like that. I don't think you break into the kids' entertainment scene that way.
What did Blippy do before he was Blippy?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit, damn. Because I kind of do that. Like if I have like a favorite artist, I'll be like,
it's kind of like this. Well, it's kind of like the same thing of how Pee Wee Herman got basically blacklisted for jerking off in a porn theater. He was watching porn in a public theater, right? Because there's still places that do that.
It used to be legal, right?
Well, but it also happened to coincide with when he was a children's character.
Oh, it was at the same time?
Yeah. So I mean, like.
Oh, not he wild.
Well, so imagine there's like this existing media of somebody who's a kid's icon of them doing some shit like that. It's probably going to have this, you would think it would have the same result. Even if it's not happening at the same time, you know it exists before.
Once shit's on the internet, it's always on there, but you gotta get that shit removed where you can.
Definitely. What are you eating?
It's a cinnamon roll.
You made cinnamon rolls.
I didn't make it, I bought it.
What is it, Cinnabon? Or are those the vegan ones?
Mm-hmm.
What's that place called?
It's called New Vegan. It's in Baltimore.
New Vegan.
They close at 8. They got good shit.
No, those were really good when you brought some of those. I dream about those.
This bitch is big, boy. It's a big bitch.
Yeah, they are big bitches.
Left it in the oven a little too long, but it's a beautiful, crispy brown color. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Okay, we got to stop this down because now I need some sweet treats. I thought this Jonathan Majies story was going to be way more fun to talk about.
It. Oh, it was funny.
It's just there's a bigger conversation about, okay, like, so should somebody be blacklisted based on hearsay? How more effective is this going to be at getting his career destroyed because this lady's white? And will we see him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward? Is he going to get replaced?
I better see him in the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because goddamn, let me tell you something. The devils cannot win. Where's all our Jesus people at? Pray or some shit. I don't fucking know. Whatever y'all do.
I'll read a little bit more and then we'll get out of here with some advice. But the public's reaction to the allegations have understandably been mixed. The timing of the allegations couldn't be worse for Majors, who recently starred in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and is slated to be the next major Marvel villain. Now, much as with The Flash's Ezra Miller, his career could be in jeopardy thanks to his alleged violence at the precise moment he's poised to reach new heights of fame. Still, the many questions and unknowns surrounding Majors' arrest have led to mixed reactions from the public. Would it really be possible for a pattern of disturbing, sociopathic behavior to go unaddressed for years while Majors rose through the ranks of Hollywood? Is it possible that the police made false assumptions based on Majors' race and the surface-level optics of a complex situation? Could a guy who told NPR less than a month ago that masculinity includes kindness, vulnerability, and gentleness really be violent? We should note that in the same interview, he also states, "I wouldn't want to walk up on me in the street." I like how they emphasize that.
That's real, though. That's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to walk up on me in the street neither. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, that's a very leading remark, putting that in here in that manner. Because that's taking that out of context. What he's saying is he's been working out a lot. Well, walking up on somebody means dipshit. Fucking what's this lady's name? Asia. What he means is walking up on is threatening someone. That's what the phrase means. He said, "I wouldn't want to threaten me either."
Exactly,
he's not saying in that statement that he's a threat to other people. So stupid.
I would love to live in my own little world where I guess you just never been in a fight and you just never thought about it or some shit. I don't fucking know, because you
this is this person writing the article's way of twisting that out of context and making it seem like he's indicating that he's a violent person. No, he was in a hypothetical situation. I can tell just from the phrase itself that he was saying, like, based on all the work he's been putting in lately for Creed and Marvel and all this, if he was going to get in a fight with somebody, he's saying he wouldn't want to get in a fight with himself right now because he's in good shape.
I saw Creed. Mans was punches, boy. He was boxing. Try that man if you want to. Go ahead, do it. Try that man if you want to. I would never fight that man because he would get me, and I'd be hot, bruh. I'd be hot. I'd come back, fight that man every day until I won. I'd be hot, son. I couldn't take a loss like that, but he'd be a formidable opponent. I could respect that.
This is a little interesting here. This analysis. On the other hand, far too often in situations of intimate partner violence, the justice system disempowers victims, forcing the abused into impossible positions that ultimately enable their abusers. Even when the alleged abuser isn't a rich, famous, powerful celebrity, as many people have observed, if Majors' girlfriend really was assaulted, and if Majors indeed called the police himself and framed his girlfriend as the instigator, he's utilizing a classic tactic of domestic abuse, DARVO, or deny, attack, and reverse victim / offender. I've never heard of that tactic before, but this is a tactic that has played a role in several recent high-profile cases, including the murder of Gabby Petito, in which her partner successfully framed her to police as the instigator of her own domestic abuse, even though a 911 caller reported that he had been seen physically assaulting her. It also played a prominent role in debates surrounding the Amber Heard Johnny Depp defamation lawsuit, with supporters of either side accusing the other of utilizing DARVO.
Damn, I'm actually surprised the guy died of some shit like that. Interesting. I'm gonna tell you something.
Please.
Black people don't just be calling the cops for no reason. We're not gonna invite them, son. We're not gonna take some chance like that.
No, I mean, Jonathan Majors or not. I mean, like, what's to stop a police officer from showing up and just shooting a black person, right?
I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me call because I think this fucking convoluted scheme's gonna work. I don't have time for that. I'm only calling if it's like they need to come. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna deal with this person. They're gonna come deal with this person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's so dumb to me. It's like if I call you, how you gonna fuck around that's so dumb. That's like if I rob somebody and then I call the cops and no, yeah, if I rob somebody, hold up. Let's say okay, hold up. So let's say in some crazy hypothetical situation, let's say I'm asleep and somebody robs me, right? While I'm asleep, because I'm asleep. So you know what I'm saying? So they take something from me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only way it can happen.
Okay.
So I call the cops and the cops get there and they're like, yo, he's trying to take this from me. And I'm like, nah, that's my wallet. My ID's in there. Check that shit. And they're like, nah, you're just trying to take his wallet. Fuck you. And then they get away with some shit. I'm saying.
I would say a good analogy would be
come up here.
It'd be somebody stealing something from you, and then you calling the cops for them stealing something from you. But then the cops show up, and now the robber is well within their right to accuse you of beating them. If that makes sense. And now you're gonna lose your career for domestic assault.
That'll probably be true. Take something from me if you want to. Yeah, I probably will talk. Real talk. I might just. I'm gonna beat you like some eggs, boy.
It sounds to me like this lady had a mental breakdown and had some things to say about it.
Son,
and then she recanted. When somebody recants, I mean, I'm all down for believe all victims, but when somebody recants, you have to take that for what it is. They made a decision to recant. They made a decision to take. There's no takesies, backsies. Once you say that some shit didn't actually happen, that's what we're operating off of. That's where we're operating from. And now this is going to get legal. This is going to get, wherever it has to go. But it seems to me like it's open and shut. Like this lady had some things she felt at one point and then came to the conclusion, whether it was she had a mental breakdown and came to after or what, but she came to the conclusion in two separate written statements, according to this guy's lawyer, that she didn't mean any of that, or that it may not have happened the way she described it initially. So
if you out here having breakdowns and shit, I'm questioning a lot of shit about you first off. Cause like, son, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck's going on. You don't even know what's going on. You just saying shit. You know? You don't fucking know. Nobody. If you having a breakdown, you don't know what's going on while you're going through that shit. You have no clue what's going on. All your fucking info is incorrect info. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so there's this thing where like if you sign paperwork or some shit while you're like crying or while you're like in a certain state or some shit, then that shit's like nullified. It's the same shit. Your shit. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's not real info. It doesn't exist.
His supporters have been quick to call out double standards and how famous white men are treated when they're accused of domestic violence versus famous black men. Meanwhile, Marvel has given no public indication about whether it plans to drop Majors from their franchise. It's likely the studio will hold off until Majors' May 8th hearing date. If the primary witness has indeed recanted, however, moving forward with charges will be difficult for prosecutors. Again, we don't know if they recanted or not. This is just a statement from his lawyer, so we'll see. We'll see if this is a big nothing burger or not, but it's crazy to see like the backlash and aftermath of just some hearsay already. Like he's losing shit. Already he's losing shit just out the gate from like reports. We're not even at
from
court.
Hearsay. This is shit I be telling people. You gotta watch who you associate with, because one person could, real talk, you don't even have to know somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody could call up right now and be like, hey yo, these two guys have a podcast and all they do is fucking talk about the beating women and they're leading a fucking for they're forming a fucking gang to fucking go out and assault people and shit. And motherfuckers be knocking on our doors and shit, talking, and it's like, bitch, did you watch our shit? You know what I'm saying? You didn't even collect no evidence, and then we just get fucked. You know what I'm saying? No Vaseline, you know, because of some shit a motherfucker said. And they don't even have to know us, bro. Some random person could just say anything, and motherfuckers just ride with that shit because they don't give a fuck, and that's what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. I just seen it too many times. You know what I'm saying?
It's a shame. It is a shame that that's how certain industries operate. I like that we're able to operate independently, and it's really cool to see people who do accomplish that for themselves, people who do put their own comedy specials on YouTube, people who produce their own stuff on their own dime, because they're pretty much invulnerable to those kinds of slights. Yeah. But that's also dangerous too, because like some shit could be true, but their fan base is so strong that they're going to continue to get away with some shit like that.
True.
So I mean it's a double-edged sword.
Too many allegations, and it's like, okay, all right, hold up, what's going
Yeah,
on? But it's like,
when you get to the Bill Cosby of it all, then you start to call some shit into question.
Bill was wilding anyway. When they brought up Bill, I was like, oh nah, fuck Bill, he did that shit. Bill wilding. He don't know what the fuck to say out his goddamn mouth. I was like, oh yeah, he did that shit. About time y'all caught him.
Oh boy.
About time y'all caught him. He been out here putting his mouth. Oh shit.
I think we should catch up on Bill next episode. It's been a while. He's been on tour. He's been doing the rounds.
Real?
Yeah, well it wasn't on the podcast, was it? No, I think we talked about it on the podcast because I made a thumbnail.
Oh, we did.
I made a cutout of him.
Oh, I didn't know he was doing it so soon though.
No, I mean he's been on it. He's out and about. Before he dies, he's trying to make one last stand and teach the kids about manners. Teach the kids about what it means to grow up in America and the gun violence and talk to your mom with respect. Respect women. Respect your mother because she's a good lady. And I probably would have drugged her at some point if I could have. Back in the day, I would have loved to drug your mother.
Oh my God.
And show her a good time. She wouldn't know about it. She'd feel it in the morning, though. She'd know something happened. And then it was good. It is Women's History Month, after all. So.
Oh, it is.
He's doing the rounds in honor of that.
Yo, stop. Oh, shit. Damn.
I'm sure he's got a whole piece on it.
I mean, like,
if he's smart, he doesn't. If he's smart, he stays away from anything women related.
I mean, who's seeing his show?
Women.
Are his tickets like fucking
Women's
$5?
History Month.
I love me some women.
Are powerful totems in society.
Me and women have history.
Me and about 50 plus women have some pretty good history together.
Oh shit! No! Oh no!
It's so funny. It's so funny to hear him talk now. He sounds like goofier than ever too because he's so old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the thing about it is, man, but I tell you that I'm so old and I forget stuff. You know, I forget stuff all the time, and now I finally understand what it must feel like to just lose your memory for 4 to 5 hours with an old man up inside you. You know, because I wake up on the couch when I could have sworn I was at a bar. But 6 hours ago, I don't even remember getting into the Uber or nothing. And so I guess that'll just happen when you're old. I guess that's what you come to expect now. I don't know. Praise be to God. God is good. And it's like his whole set is just him realizing that he's becoming the very fucking experience he inflicted on countless people.
Oh my god. Yo. Oh. It's gonna. What are his tickets selling for? I'm gonna find out.
I don't know, but we need to buy. I think our first live on site, like our first live on site podcast should be like pre and post Bill Cosby show. We'll find the nearest one. He'll probably be in like North Carolina or something, and we go see that shit. And we report back. We do a pre-game and a post-show.
Yes. Fuck yeah. The tickets are probably like $5 and like a stick of gum.
No, they're gonna be expensive. He carries a lot of them. They're probably gonna, because I think he's doing theaters too. So there's gonna be like at least $35 to $50 a person general admission.
Who's going to see?
And then depending on the seats in the theater, they'll probably be upwards of $80, $100 too.
Who's going to see him? Who?
So listen, what you're saying would be the right thing, but that's not. I mean, he's Bill Cosby. He's very. It's like it's the same with Michael Jackson. People have their opinions about what Michael Jackson may or may not have done, but his name curries a lot of favor with, especially older people. So I mean, they'll shell out the money for like a once in a lifetime opportunity to see this big TV figure.
Michael wasn't talking shit like Bill was. Bill was talking shit.
Oh yeah, well that too. Anyways, we got some advice for everybody. Let's hit that advice. Here comes the outro music.
I got some advice. Stay away from the devils. Stay away from the bookings. Don't get caught up on the weekend.
Can I translate? Stay away from white women. Stay away from police.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't talk to the boys, boy. Oh shit. Yeah. You gotta free yourselves from the chains of sexual slavery, my brethren.
Sexual slavery.
Don't just be don't be a slave to sex. Don't be out here just slinging your willy all willy nilly. You know what I'm saying?
Slinging your billy all willy nilly.
Yeah,
I think that's our next song. Forget the shit you said earlier.
Slinging your billy all willy nilly. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. We're gonna play that.
I can see it though.
We're gonna play that next podcast. We're gonna open with it. We're gonna open with it next podcast. Slinging your billy all willy nilly.
I think that's actually the new intro. Like I said, next episode, new intro.
Yes.
I think that's the chorus.
I seen her at the club, and I bought a drink, and I left it alone.
I left it alone. I did not tamper with the drink.
At all. I left her drink alone. Oh shit, that's gonna be another song. I left her drink alone.
So stupid. All right, no, we're out.
We're gonna open for Bill one day, and we're gonna play that. We're gonna play that song. I left her drink alone.
So stupid.